Part 47. It's Doomsday, there are all-female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 461. A day passed quickly, and the huge star-destroying weapon was finally built. Can this thing really destroy a planet in one shot? Wang Ran sighed while standing in front of the star-extinguishing weapon. Well, many planets have been destroyed by star-destroying weapons before. Edith nodded. The blood moon star is much smaller than the moon, and the speed of energy accumulation will be very fast. It is estimated that it will take almost a day. I guess the Zerg will attack again during this period. We cannot take it lightly. Edith reminded. Well, I asked my people to arrange rotations as well. However, in the last battle, the gold was almost consumed. The next wave, may be more brutal ground combat. Wang Ran reminded. It only takes one day. No matter how difficult it is, we will persevere. Edith nodded. The day passed quickly. During this period, the Zerg did not launch an attack. Everyone was a little puzzled. You said, are the Zerg afraid? Asked a wise man. It's possible that they don't know we're running out of gold energy. Ha, then haven't they given up their resistance? It shouldn't be, Zerg is so cunning. But they really have no choice. Attack the blood moon star, they have already tried and were destroyed by us. They want to run, but there is nowhere to run. After all, the distance Zerg can fly in space is limited. Someone said. Are they just sitting there waiting to die? This is not like the style of the Zerg. Edith frowned. With the flying ability of the Zerg, they can also escape to the nearest blood moon star, and they can't get there at all. It stands to reason that they should fight to the death at this time. Could it be that? Not good. Portal. There is a portal on the home planet, will they run to other places through the portal? Edith broke out in a cold sweat instantly. If you can't organize blood moon star's star-killing weapon, using the portal to escape is indeed a way. Let me see. A wise senior technician immediately projected a hologram with his watch. After a series of operations, his expression became more and more solemn. How? Edith asked aside. Princess Edith, as you guessed, they are indeed activating the portal. Based on the signals I've caught, they're targeting Mars. The Zhaizu senior technician said with a frown. Mars. Edith looked at Wang Ran in shock. What? These Zerg are going to copy our hometown. Wang Ran couldn't help cursing. From the current situation, it will take some time for them to open the portal, but they will definitely be activated before we launch the Star Destroyer. At least a few thousand bugs can escape to Mars. The point is that as long as their queens escape, even if there are only a few dozen worms, they can multiply quickly. The intellectual senior technician sighed. Do you just need to get to Mars as soon as possible and destroy the portal over there? Wang Ran asked. Ah. That's right. But we don't have a quick way to get to Mars. Our portal is connected to the moon. If we want to change it to Mars, the speed will definitely not be as fast as them. Zhaizu senior technician said. Isn't there any way to stop them? Edith gritted her teeth. There is a way. Wang Ran suddenly raised his head. Collect the remaining gold, I have a way. The corners of Wang Ran's mouth twitched slightly. Wang Ran, what are you going to do? Edith asked. We have our spacecraft on the moon. The remaining gold, if the engine is turned to maximum power, should be able to support a spacecraft to fly to Mars. Wang Ran smiled. 1. Are you going to go by yourself? Take me. I'll go with you. Edith spoke quickly. Master, I'm going too. And me. I'll go too. Xiao and other girls raised their hands one after another. Okay, I'll go alone this time. Too many people make it more troublesome. Wang Ran smiled and touched the girls' heads. Uncle, you have to come back safely. I haven't tried it with you in the sky. Tang Tang said with tears in his eyes. Yeah, we want to try it in space too. The other girls also spoke with red eyes. Don't worry, it's not that you don't know my strength. Wang Ran took the gold collected by the younger brothers with a smile, and calmly walked to the portal. If all goes well, we'll see you on Earth. After Wang Ran finished speaking, he walked into the portal without looking back. Uncle! Tang Tang burst into tears. For some reason, this time she felt a little uneasy in her heart. Owner! The other girls were also a little uneasy. Edith gritted her teeth and stopped the thought of rushing into the portal. Wang Ran is right, he is indeed more successful than carrying a burden. Everyone looked at the portal, and their hearts were filled with emotion. Wang Ran. Truly worthy of the title of a hero. Comrade Wang Ran, we are waiting for your return. Lin Lai gave a military salute towards the portal. Comrade Wang Ran, we are waiting for your return. The soldiers of Baidu shouted in unison. Immediately afterwards, Wang Ran's younger brother and the aliens followed suit and gave a military salute to the portal. Everyone silently prayed for Wang Ran in their hearts. Back on the moon, Wang Ran put the gold into the energy bin and started the engine. The spacecraft slowly stretched, and after leaving the lunar orbit, Wang Ran pushed the speed to the maximum and flew towards Mars. The flight process is very long. Wang Ran began to recall bits and pieces of this time. From the outbreak of the apocalypse, to saving the girls one by one, to setting up a base to resist the corpse tide. Everything is visible. If it was put a year ago, Wang Ran would not have believed that he had such an experience. Right now, just get rid of the Zerg, and everything will slowly get back on track. I'm a little nervous. After a period of flying, Wang Ran finally saw the orange-red planet from a distance. After half a circle around Mars, Wang Ran discovered the location of the portal. Huge portals are shining. It seems that this portal has been activated. No time to hesitate, Wang Ran drove the spaceship down quickly. As the height got lower and lower, Wang Ran also saw clearly below. Hundreds of bugs have already passed through the portal. Add more, ends today. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 462. Wang Ran didn't care that the landing gear had not yet been released, so he accelerated and rushed to the ground. Boom! The spaceship hit the ground directly, smashing more than a dozen bugs into meat sauce. The surrounding insects immediately surrounded and gnawed at the spaceship. A weevil pierced its sharp pincers directly into the capsule of the spacecraft. Wang Ran kicked open the hatch and jumped out. Grass, my spaceship. Wang Ran couldn't help cursing. It's definitely impossible to fly. After solving the Zerg, I can only wait for others to pick me up. The surrounding bugs rushed towards Wang Ran frantically. They seemed to be desperate, blocking Wang Ran with their flesh and blood. However, how could Wang Ran be able to stop them? Wang Ran went all the way to kill, leaving a corpse all over the place. Soon, Wang Ran came to the portal. A steady stream of bugs poured out from the inside out. Wang Ran took a look, and it seemed that he could only quickly close the portal by forcibly smashing it. Wang Ran walked to the side of the portal while solving the entangled bugs. Just when Wang Ran was about to attack the portal, the space in the portal suddenly distorted violently. All the insects stopped moving, and some trembled slightly. Wang Ran looked at the portal. A huge ball of meat moved through the twisted space. No, not meatballs. It's a giant caterpillar-shaped meat worm. The arrival of the meat worm made the other worms show their surrender. Is this the queen of worms? Goosebumps appeared on Wang Ran's body. Fortunately, I didn't plan to start with the queen of insects, otherwise I would have vomited up in my helmet now. The Queen of Insects looked at Wang Ran and slowly moved over. %UN #@ Earth People. This sound seemed to be made by the vibration in its body, and it was transmitted to Wang Ran's mind through the ground. Beep beep is useless, you all have to die today. Wang Ran looked calm. Earth people, we don't need to go to such a situation. Let's cooperate. As long as I eliminate the intellectuals and the warriors, we can be good allies. I will share advanced biotechnology with the Earth, even immortality. The Queen squirmed and crawled towards Wang Ran. Eternal life. Wang Ran was stunned. This condition does sound tempting. If you were someone else, you might be really tempted. But Wang Ran is not so easy to fool. Even if the immortality technology is real, Wang Ran has no plans to cooperate with the Zerg. In terms of appearance, Wang Ran prefers to cooperate with the fighting clan. Earth people, your biotechnology is too backward, and evolution has gone the wrong way. A virus should have been dropped on your Earth, right? That's what our Zerg refined. That virus should have given you a huge evolution, right? Asked the Queen. Zombie virus? So you guys came up with it? Wang Ran couldn't help shaking his head. This virus has caused great changes to the entire Earth, and my current experience is also because of this virus. However, Wang Ran had no gratitude towards the Zerg. Earthman, I can make you stronger. Come on, have with me. I'll let you know what real power is. The Queen wriggled her huge body and invited Wang Ran. This. Wang Ran was nauseated for a while. Having grown into such a worm queen, Wang Ran has no interest at all. You. Wang Ran kicked the insect queen's fleshy body directly. The fleshy head of the Queen of Insects was directly dented by this kick, and the flesh on her body spread back like a circle of ripples. Wang Ran's foot was not light, but the Queen of Insects seemed to be relying on her soft body to unload her strength and did not suffer much damage. Earthling. I give you one last chance. Come and have with me. You won't regret it. Threatened by the Queen. Hand over to your mother. Get away from me. Wang Ran stepped forward and punched the Queen's head. This punch, Wang Ran's strength was very concentrated, like a needle pierced into a balloon. The plump body of the queen worm exploded instantly. A large amount of liquid sputtered and sprayed Wang Ran all over. The worms around were like seeing treasures, and they excitedly stepped forward and ate the liquid behind the worms. Wang Ran wiped the liquid off his face, shook his hand and walked forward. At this time, the sturdy body of the queen worm had already suffocated, and inside the body, several worm claws stretched out and slowly tore the outer skin. A half-human, half-worm guy emerged from his body. This guy has a cold and beautiful woman's face, but his head is covered with dense tentacles, and his body is also covered with insect carapace. It seems that this is the body of the Queen of Insects. Earthman, you annoyed me. When the Queen of Insects fluttered her wings, her whole body trembled slightly. A sharp thorn shot directly at Wang Ran's face. Wang Ran turned his head to the side, easily dodging the blow, and then ran wild and rushed towards the Queen of Insects. The Queen of Insects was obviously frightened by Wang Ran's speed, and was slightly taken aback, and then several sharp claws stabbed at Wang Ran at the same time. Wang Ran grabbed the two sharp claws with both hands, slammed it hard, and directly broke the claws off, and then pierced the sharp claws into the Queen's body. The Queen screamed in pain, and just as it was about to attack, it saw Wang Ran's fist coming towards him. The Queen can only protect her arms and claws in front of her chest. One punch. Wang Ran's punch hit Queen Worm's arm heavily. The Queen was directly knocked out, the shell on her arm shattered layer by layer, and a large amount of bodily fluids spewed out of her mouth. It seems that Wang Ran's punch made it not lightly injured. The Queen squatted on the ground and panted, the thin wings on her body constantly shaking. The nearby bugs began to run towards the Queen, clinging to its body, and a large number of bugs continued to join behind the portal. Soon, the queen of insects combined into a behemoth. Earthling! I want you to see what power is. The queen roared and threw a huge fist at Wang Ran. Wang Ran didn't avoid it at all, instead he punched the queen's fist. Boom! The stout arm of the queen was directly shattered by Wang Ran's punch. No! It's impossible. Why do people on Earth have such power? The queen froze in shock. Goodbye, ugly. Wang Ran caught up with another punch. The huge body of the queen of insects was punched by Wang Ran towards the portal. The queen of insects flew upside down and began to shatter from the chest. The power of this punch runs through its entire body, and even if it doesn't die, it will kill it half of its life. As the space distorted for a while, the queen worm flew directly into the portal. Wang Ran breathed a sigh of relief. The bugs here are all dead. As long as you destroy the portal, your mission will be completed. Just as Wang Ran walked towards the portal, a tentacle suddenly stretched out from the portal, entangled Wang Ran tightly, and yanked it inward. Unprepared, Wang Ran was dragged indirectly. Wang Ran couldn't help cursing. The space distorted for a while, and Wang Ran appeared in another world. Around, there are millions of bugs. They surrounded the portal. Unfortunately, the energy of the portal seems to be exhausted. On the ground, the broken worm queen leaned on a worm and looked at Wang Ran with a smile. Earth people, this time, you have to be buried with you. The queen coughed and laughed. Wang Ran looked back and saw that the portal had been destroyed by a dozen weevils with huge pincers. Grass. Wang Ran frowned. Without the portal, how can I go back? Wang Ran looked up and saw a very conspicuous red moon in the sky, which should be the position of the blood moon star. At this moment, the blood moon star suddenly burst into an extremely strong light. Could it be, it's a star-killing weapon? Wang Ran felt an ominous feeling in his heart. From the time point of view, it is really possible that the blood moon star will activate the star-destroying weapon. He. Earthman, you have no chance to escape. Since you ruined our plan, then follow us to die under the star-extinguishing weapon. The queen laughed hysterically. Wang Ran walked up to the queen of insects with a straight face. The surrounding insects did not dare to approach because of the momentum that erupted from Wang Ran. I've always been lucky. Maybe you can survive. It's you, maybe you can't even wait for the Star Destroyer weapon. As Wang Ran said that, he grabbed the worm queen's throat and pinched it violently. Crack! The queen's neck was directly twisted off. Wang Ran didn't let it go, but punched it in the head. The poor queen finally got her lunch. The millions of worms around wailed in an instant, seeming to be sad for their queen. However, they were all frightened by Wang Ran's aura, and none of them dared to step forward. Come here. Wang Ran hooked his finger at a king bug floating in the air. The king bug was stunned for a while, but still approached Wang Ran obediently. Take me out of here, hurry up. Wang Ran ordered. Wang Zone hesitated for a while, then descended. But at this time, the light in the sky became even more dazzling. Just as Wang Ran was about to climb on the king worm, a strong light hit him with a shock wave. The king bug floating in the sky instantly turned to ashes. Boom! After the shock wave hit the ground, a wave of air was set off on the entire planet's surface. Wherever the air wave went, all the bugs and buildings turned to ashes. Wang Ran just blinked, and the air wave came to him. In just a few tenths of a second, Wang Ran's experience during this time was like a slideshow. The smiles of all the girls appeared in front of them. Wang Ran smiled helplessly, and was engulfed by the air wave. Ah, star destruction weapon, but so. Wang Ran touched his bald hair. The creatures and buildings on the entire planet turned to ashes, but Wang Ran survived. However, there was not a single hair on his body, and his coat and clothes were also gone. I hope there will be no men in the team that will pick me up later. Wang Ran sighed. Their own size, Jiangguo, they will feel inferior when they meet. Not long after, a reconnaissance drone flew over. Wang Ran covered his crotch and waved his hand. Immediately afterwards, a spaceship rushed towards the planet where Wang Ran was located. The spaceship has limited capacity, and only Su Xiao, Edith, and Tang Tang came. Looking at the bald Wang Ran, the three girls showed a smile. End of the book. Thank you for reading until the end. Grateful. Readers, thank you for reading to the end. This book is the first book I came to Hedgehog. It can be said that I was quite unconfident when I first came. Fortunately, your support gave me the motivation to continue writing. When it comes to the end, I actually feel quite abrupt myself. Because I have already thought about the following plot: after the protagonist is reborn again, as long as he communicates with the girls in depth, the girls can get the memories of the Doomsday. Then there are the main lines of preventing Doomsday and finding girls. But think about it carefully, and this deviates from the core of the Doomsday language. You know me, I am a conscientious author, and I will not cheat money by hydrology. So, after thinking it over and over again, I decided to end it at this time. Thank you so much for spending more than 4 meaningful months with me. Next, I will rest for a few days, slowly finish LF, and then prepare to open a new book. You all know my characteristics, driving and model workers, so I hope everyone can support me when the new book arrives. Sincerely, Barbecue Pork. The full booking group is established. Full subscription group, 8917243992. You can privately chat with the administrator to order screenshots and join the group. The group has what you want. There will also be small benefits, new book discussions, etc. in the future. About the new book, we will meet you in January. If there is anything you are particularly interested in, you can communicate with me in the group. If it matches my XP, maybe it will be added. The author is not very familiar with group management, so if you encounter any difficulties in adding a group, you can add the group owner and administrator friends, or directly catch the administrator in groups 1-5, thank you. If you can't add people, you can add 1-5 groups first, and you can also pull people there. You can also add the author's temporary small group 903923073 private chat author certification. New book is open. Ask for support. Dear readers, a new book is open. The new book still maintains the style that this book should have, he. Also widen the way for all kinds of XP. The whole book is non-toxic and non-depressing, it is guaranteed to be fun to the end, and there will be more emotional scenes and plot lines. Please continue to support our readers. Ask for collections and tickets. I do what I want in my dreams. The new book is on the shelves, please support. Hello everyone. My new book I Do What I Want in My Dreams is finally here. I hope everyone can support it and go to order something for the first time. Thank you all here. By the way, I wish everyone a happy new year, good health, wealth, he in the new year. Ask for the first order, ask for the first order, ask for the first order. I do what I want in my dreams.